Okay, good morning to all of you. So now we are starting the topic number 5. Study of medicinally important drug plants are there. So it includes the different example from the root, rhizome drug, stem drug, leaf drug, flower drug, fruit drug, then unorganized drugs and the contraceptive drugs are there. So what are these? We will see the one by one. So for today's lecture we are going to see the two lectures, the root drug and the stem drug. So root drug good example is the Glycyrrhiza glabra. In Marathi it is called as a Jeshtamad, right? So you are observing this plant's flower, and generally roots of this plant, they are having the sweet in the taste, so they are used in our generally daily preparations are there. I think it is 1000 sweeter than that of the sweeter than that of the sugar. So generally a pinch of glycyrrhiza powder, it is used for the sweetening agent, right? So its origin is supposed as, it is commonly called as the licorice. Remember this spelling, Liquoric. So the dried, peeled or unpeeled roots or the stolons of Glycyrrhiza glabra. Remember this species, it is a member of family Euphorbiaceae. Other commercial species are there in Spain, then Russia, and then Persia. Glycyrrhiza glabra variety typica, Glycyrrhiza glabra variety glandulifera, then Glycyrrhiza glabra variety violacea. So you remember these names. In relation to these species are there, it is commonly distributed in other countries also, England, France, Germany, USA, Italy, then Russia, Spain, and origin of this plant is supposed from the Greece. Then Glycyrrhiza means in Latin words, so sweet root, and glabra means the smooth. Then it is commonly known as the licorice. The flowers are purplish blue color. Then underground portion, generally it also shows the branches are there. It may be treated as the roots or the rhizome, or these are nothing but the stolons are there. Propagation of this plant is done by means of the rhizome cutting, and the drug preparation, the peeled, that is removal of the bark is there, so it is there, or they are used as a drug. Then in the internal characteristics and the external characteristics, so externally just you have to draw this type of diagram. So how it is there, so just show the scars of the rootlets are there. Scar म्हणजे त्याच्यावर असणारे मार्किंग म्हणतो आपण त्याला स्कार. सो कलर जनरली इट इज लाईट येलो इन द पिल्ड, म्हणजे त्याची साल काढलेली असते ते. Then brownish yellow in the unpeeled condition. Odor is the faint characteristics. We will see the internal later on. Then odor taste is there, very sweet without perceptible bitterness or the acridity. एकदम गोड असतं ते. So it is 10 times. Then firstly we will see about the, these are the internal character. Then chemical natures are there. So in the internal characteristics, generally as you are observing here, this is a good section is there. So it shows the part of the epidermis is there, cortex is there, then it is member of dicot, so it shows the vascular bundles in the ring C part. Then you are observing the medullary rays are there, and the central teeth is there, right? We are going to see the magnified diagram. So here you are observing all these are there. So this bark, it is divided into cork, outermost A part is there, cork, and these cells are there. Here the cortex is generally followed by this one, and the parenchyma is of different types. It is called as the parenchyma. So it is the parenchymatous thin walled are there. Then you are observing G, it is the cambium, and generally S, it is the cork cambium, and in the vascular bundle there are the elongated longitudinal cells are there. These are the medullary rays are there. Outermost these cells, they shows the different types of the regions. Xylem vessels are there, or the wood fibers are there. So larger are the metaxylem, smaller are the protoxylem. So just you remember this diagram for our study, and centrally pith is there, right? And maximum starch content is the character of this Glycyrrhiza glabra. So starch is the is nothing but the polysaccharide, or the it shows the sweetening in the taste. Then powdered drugs are there. If it is made into powder, so it shows the certain smaller crystals of calcium oxalate crystals are there. So it shows it is called as a powdered licorice. Then many starch granules, they are either free or in the parenchyma. These are seen in the cork cells are there. Cork cells you are observing, they are having the specific shape and the size, right? So remember this character. Then chemical nature of this licorice is there, right? So it is showing the tri-terpenoidal saponin compounds are there. So main glycyrrhizinic or glycyrrhizic acid, it is the main content. It is generally having the 50 times sweeter than that of the sucrose, and it occurs as a mixture of the potassium and the calcium salts are there. So on hydrolysis it gives the glycon, which is called as a glyceratic acid, and the two molecules of D-glucouronic acid. Other terpenes are there. So glycyrrhizinic acid, generally it shows the mainly there. Then other than this, flavonoids, isoflavonoids, calacones, coumarins, then polysaccharides, mainly glucans are there. Volatile oil, generally containing hencoin or linalool, or the furfuryl alcohol and the benzaldehyde. Other constituents are present in the glycyrrhiza licorice, right? त्याला आपण mainly it shows the starch, sucrose or glucose, and the amino acids are there. These are the sum in percentage, 2 to 14% glycyrrhizin, more sweetness, and these same flavonoids or the isoflavones are there. So just you go to this one about these characters, internal and the external characters are there. Then as there are the different uses are there, so it is commonly used as a expectorant. Expectorant means the against cough. Then demulcent, agent that forms a soothing film over the mucous membrane and relieving minor pain and the inflammation. It is called as the demulcent. Soothing म्हणजे smooth effect. A good agent as a flavoring agent. आपल्याकडे म्हणून दिवाळीला लाडू करतात, त्यामध्ये ह्याची पावडर थोडीशी त्यामध्ये टाकतात, म्हणजे त्याला शुगरचा स्वीटनेस नाही येता असा वेगळाच स्वीटनेस येतो, म्हणून त्याला फ्लेवरिंग एजंट. देन अँटी इन्फ्लेमेटरी फॉर द पर्टिक्युलरली डायजेस्टिव्ह ट्रॅक. इन्फ्लेमेशन म्हणजे सूज म्हणतो. देन रुमॅटाइड आर्थ्रिटिस, संधिवात. So pain in the joints of the legs or the hands, so it is good for this effective. And due to flavonoid, it is used as a anti-gastric ulcer effect. So peptic ulcer or anti-spasmodic ulcer is there. Ulceration means what? Any bad food is there, so it damages the skin part or the digestive tract from the inside, large intestine, small intestine, stomach portion, right? Then different actions are there. Already we have seen demulcent in the treatment of sore throats. ते खाण्यासाठी वापरतात त्यामध्ये. नंतर इट इज गुड एक्सपेक्टरंट अगेन्स्ट कफ अँड द ब्रॉन्कियल कॅटेरिया, म्हणजे सर्दी किंवा त्यामुळे जो कफ होतो त्यामध्ये. देन प्रोफायलेक्झिन्स फॉर द पेप्टिक अल्सर्स अँड द डायपेप्सिया. DYS, you remember the spelling. Dyspepsia means weakness in digestion. Then for mouth ulcers, then ulceration of kidney and the bladder. So like this one. In the treatment of allergy reactions, allergies reaction म्हणजे for stomach or the cup or the breathing is there. Then in rheumatism म्हणजे संधिवात म्हणतो, arthritis. Then prevent the liver toxicity. This licorice is a good one. The vehicle for the disguising the taste, generally for medicines are there, tablets are there, so they are not for the nauseous medicines, allelopathic chemical tablets, so these are covered by this extract powder, right? Then other contents like the glyceric acid, the metabolite of the glycyrrhizin can inhibit the 11 beta hydroxy steroids dehydrogenase in the kidney. So for kidney troubles, it is supposed the good one, and they thereby causes the pseudo aldosteronism, resulting in the hypertension, hypokalemic myopathy, and the erythema or the cardiac arrest. Cardiac means heart, and generally it causing the hypertension. So this is the first good example, licorice is there. Then our second example is the ephedra. So actually it is a gymnosperm. The common name ephedra. In China it is common. In our India it is also common. So see, the plants are xerophytic in the natural condition, and it comes under the Nitopsida, Nitales, order Nitopsida, order Epidrales, family Epidraceae, and genus is the Ephedra. It is a member of gymnosperm. It grows up to 60 centimeter in height. 60 centimeter म्हणजे in 1 feet 30 centimeter. So maximum 2 feet height is there. It is evergreen shrub like plant, native to in Asia, other countries are there, United States, and commonly it shows having a specific identity. 50 species are reported up all over the world, and generally these species are growing in the dry climatic conditions are there. So you remember this part here. The 8 species found in India which are common: Ephedra intermedia, Ephedra gyraediana, then Ephedra sexatilis, Ephedra foliata. Right. In Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, Kashmir, these species are commonly found, or in the part of the Sikkim. Then in morphology, we have to remember, as the plant body is sporophytic, it shows xerophytic character. The woods are very small. In few species they are very smaller. It is growing up, and some are the larger, up to 2 meters. That is a 5 feet. Then according to Chamberlain, Ephedra is a short-lived plant is there. It resembles to that of our equisetum is there. Then external characters, as it is differentiated into root, stem, and the leaves. The roots are commonly, they shows the along with that of the mycorrhiza, so association is there, right? Mycorrhiza, that is fungal members are there. The stem is in fresh condition, green, ribbed, ribs are there, ridges and furrows, and the branched, it is fluted, differentiated into nodes and the internodes. Main function, stem is green, so function as in photosynthesis, and therefore called as a phylloclad, right? Then axillary buds on the branches are there. They are developing. There is having the scaly leaves are there at the nodal portion. So branches of these, generally, as they are differentiated into nodes and the internodes also. Leaves are very smaller, scaly. Then they are the opposite T-cassette type. Opposite means face to face, and here you are observing good magnified photographs. They are very smaller and opposite. They are generally, foliage leaves are generally absent, larger leaves, and therefore as it is a gymnosperm, but it shows the parallel venation like the monocot is there. Then internal characteristics about this plant, it shows the outermost thick epidermis is there. You are observing here this portion, so epidermis is there. Then it is covered by the thick cuticle. Then yes, it also shows presence of stomata. It contains the shows the sclerenchyma and the vascular cylinder. Sclerenchyma cells you are observing here, these are thick walled, gives mechanical support, right? Then cells are with intercellular spaces. Some sclerenchyma cells are irregularly distributed in the other region. The vascular cylinder is endark siphonostele. Siphonostele, that is the pith is present, so, it is called a siphonostele, and I think you are knowing the protostele. In SYBSC we have seen, so protostele, so siphonostele, that is the pith is present. So you remember this photograph for your study, right? Then in the TS of stem, nodal and the internodal, so same thing, epidermis, then cortex divided into sclerenchyma, chlorenchyma and parenchyma. You observe this nature about this cambium. Then presence of vessels is the character of the secondary wood. So generally it is the secondary xylem, and therefore it shows the wood formation. Secondary parenchymatous pith is present, and main important character resin canals are, these are not seen in this ephedra. They are present in the other pinus or these gymnosperm. Then in economic importance or medicinal, so mainly as in preparation of medicines, certain as treating the asthma, bronchitis, cough, cold, then nasal disorder, hay fever, and used for treat the kidney disorders. We are knowing asthma people. Asthma means what? There is the cold is there. Cold causes the cough. Cough causes the asthma. So heavy trouble in the breathing. So it is called as the asthma. Then decoction of stem and roots used for curing the syphilis and the rheumatism. Syphilis, that is the internal coldness is there. Then rheumatism म्हणजे संधिवात. Then ephedra girardiana, one species is there. Tincture, that is in between two fingers are there. Effective as a cardiac and circulatory stimulant. Circulatory म्हणजे circulation of the blood is there. Rhizome of this species is used as a fuel by the peoples of Tibet, because it is growing more there, and some species grown as a ornamental plant also, right? So this is our fifth topic. We have seen the two example, Glycyrrhiza, licorice, and the ephedra. Okay, in next lecture we will see about the next two example, Adiathoda and the clove. Right? Okay, thanks to all.